Alright guys, welcome to one of our educational content videos here. This one isn't as relevant anymore because people finally figured it out, but it's still good to know going forward, and there's still some that will trick you. So let's talk about pre-sales and the reason so many of them are just terrible right now and why you should probably avoid almost all of them. So what you have to realize about pre-sales is that memes don't really require pre-sales, and if they do, it should be small because that just takes away from everything that a meme is. Meme is supposed to be about community, about organic growth, about building something solid, going through ups and downs together, not just raising millions and millions of dollars, getting a bunch of hype about it. The launch comes, it does a 2x, every pre-saler dumps, every launch sniper dumps, and the project's over with. That's not what memes are about, first off. Second off, you have to look at the size of the raises. So in the last several years, the only projects that do big raises and succeed are ones that have been planning for months. They've been growing for months. They've got an LLC set up. They've done audits, KYCs. They've built their community for months. They have a working product. Their product has started to generate revenue every month. They have venture capitalist seed sales. And then they raise $1 million in a pre-sale. And you know what? Even a lot of those don't do very well, even despite all of that stuff. But it makes a lot more sense than these memes that have come out. So what happened was Book of Memes came out, and despite what anyone out there will tell you, I am a very, very connected in the space. I know a lot of very connected people. I see a lot of very connected people on Twitter, and they all say the same thing. It's an inside job. Almost nobody made money. Almost nobody knew about it. Who's normal? Because myself, I saw it early. I saw it at 50 mil. But do you think I was going to buy something that came out of nowhere, went to 50 mil on day one, and no one was talking about it? No. And if I did, I wouldn't be buying in with a big amount and taking it seriously because it's just so random and so sketchy. So almost nobody made money on that play, and it got listed on Binance on one day, which is very, very sketchy. And what that led to, I called it right away. I started going around screaming to people, don't buy a bunch of book plays and don't buy a bunch of pre-sales because that's what people do in this space. They see something that explodes and they know there's going to be second movers and third movers, and there's now a new narrative for them to chase. And the most people who take advantage of that are farmers, because farmers are always very quick to launch. They're very quick to see the trends and launch again because they've already abandoned all of their other previous projects, while the good teams are sitting there grinding, still working on their projects. So they don't have time to make a new launch. So I warned people about this all over Twitter, and people are like, let's bring Slurf on our space. Let's bring Roost on our space. Do you think they did that for educational reasons? No. They didn't ask those pre-sales anything. They didn't ask, where'd the money come from? How long have you been planning it? What's the goals here? What's your plan? All they did was entertain them and suck up to them because they're engagement farmers. And almost all these guys running Twitter spaces and spamming bread every day and base every day and whatever, every single one of them are just low-life engagement farmers that know nothing about crypto. So I was out there on Twitter, which I just got to, and I'm slowly taking over, and I will take over, mark my words. And I was screaming to people, start warning people about the pre-sales. I was in their DMs, I was on their spaces, and a couple people did it, but not many. And you have to realize what this looks like to normies who come in. They come into the space and they see Slurf. Their entire crew is high on drugs. And they're just laughing, having fun, like, oh, I can't believe our dev, he burned $10 million. It's like, you think that's going to make them feel safe that a guy fucking burned $10 million, which I still think is a lie, by the way. But anyways, that's not what normies need to see when they come in. They say, oh my god, apparently you can like 5x on these pre-sale things. You just send money to this wallet. And what's going to happen is they might win one or two. They probably won't. But they're going to trust, if they win one or two, they're going to trust it so much and think it's guaranteed money, they're going to throw more in the next one. They're going to go into their bank accounts and put more money on crypto, tell their friends to buy in, and they're all going to get wrecked. Because pre-sales don't need a large raise. I've had some of the best teams in the space, and they come to me, and they say, we're going to do a pre-sale. First question every time I say, what's the hard cap? What's the raise? They say 2,000 soul, I say good luck. Because you don't need a big raise on a pre-sale if you want people to do well. And that's not their goal. Their goal is to make money and get loud, and none of them have any plans. So when you look at Roost, their first tweet was March 21st. You know why? Because they never had plans to launch a pre-sale. They never had anything ready until they saw Book of Memes and they saw Slurf, and they're like, oh, there's opportunity here. Let's drop a wallet on our page, raise a bunch of money, launch it, and do absolutely nothing. And I got banned from Smol on 4 different accounts, trying to warn everyone in that Telegram, get the fuck out of here, because the liquidity's 50 million, the market cap's 50 million, and there's no way in hell this thing's gonna get back. The market cap was actually higher at that time. I don't know what it's at now, but I was telling them at maybe 80 or 90 mil. Last time I checked, it was 50, but there's no amount of money in the world that was gonna save that project. And people, you know, I saw the $38 million raise happen. What did people say? The same old wives' tale. Oh, the guy's rich though. I mean, he's big in the NFT community and he's some whale and this and that. Well, I've heard that story before. I saw it with Bitlord. I see it with Polly. I see it with the Cabal every day. They all act super fucking rich, and most of them aren't. The people who show you their cars and their big wallets, almost all of it's a LARP. Sometimes they might even own the car, but that's probably a lot of their net worth. Like, they're not very rich like they try to pretend. Rich people, they don't do that. Anyways, well, maybe Andrew Tate, but, you know, he's probably talking like he's worth more than he is too. But anyways, what you have to realize is they're based on nothing. They're just farmers taking advantage of hype. And when you see a guy who everyone in the space says is so rich and so respected, and he raises $38 million and his pre-sale goes down right away, I mean, how do you not figure it out by now? So, hopefully there's some knowledge for you in this video, but going forward, you should realize there doesn't need to be massive raises for any pre-sales. And if so, you should know that the team's really solid, that they've been building something for a long time. But I'm telling you right now, catch on to the trends. There's a big mover, and everyone starts to launch pre-sales because of that. There's no planning behind any of them. They have no game plan. They just drop a meme picture and that's it. And a lot of these guys are from the NFT community as well. So you see a bunch of guys rocking NFT profile pictures, talking about NFTs and launching big pre-sales. Most likely it's going to be a farm, and you should just know massive raise pre-sales don't make sense almost all of the time. And they almost never use the money in a productive way. All they care about is creating hype for the launch, and the launch almost never does a 2x and it goes down right away. And once that play goes down, there's no chance any of them are coming back. So hope you learned something from this one. This was kind of a narrow subject, but if you look at our other educational videos, we have tons of stuff on here. Ask around about me and my name and reputation. I've been around for 3 years. Take a look at the AMAs we've done. We've AMA'd with huge projects like Grok on our YouTube, Floki before on our Telegram, and they have nothing but nice things to say about us. So I hope you take it seriously. I hope you listen in. Education is the best thing you can do for yourself in this space. Everyone comes in here expecting to just get handed a 100x play. It's not that simple. Educate yourself, listen to the videos, put the time in, and I will not lead you astray like so many of these fucking idiots on Twitter will. So thanks for listening. Please check out the rest of the content, and I'll catch you next time.